Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Shinagi, Ayurveda and Medicine doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about the Ayurveda aspect of hair fall. I know this hair fall is so common these days, no matter what age you are, whether you sometimes even you see in teenage boys and girls, they are also having this hair fall, and so much youth are suffering with hair fall, and especially when college days you are going to college and when beauty matters a lot, and these kind of problems like constant hair fall creates a lot of tension in a college student's life or anyone who wants to look beautiful. Because we all know hair becomes very integral part of our beauty. So definitely we need to take care of your hair, but these days we see many times we suffer with the problem of hair fall. So let's see what Ayurveda has to talk about this hair fall and how we can tackle this by using various Ayurveda procedures and various methods that's been prescribed in Ayurveda to make your hair healthy. In this era of modernization, a lot of changes has been happened. Our lifestyle has been changed, the way we eat that has been changed, the way we live that has been changed, the way we deal with situations that has been changed. Most of the times now these days we don't find ourselves as strong as our previous generations were to tackle with the problems, because they were so hard workers, they were survivors, and as our comforts in our life are increasing, we are feeling like we are becoming weak and we are feeling ourselves a lot of failure in dealing with situations in our day-to-day life, and ultimately stress is popping up and ultimately hair loss is happening, many chronic diseases are happening. So let's see what Ayurveda has to say about this particular hair fall. If a person suffers with a lot of hair fall, it doesn't only impact as personality crisis. Most of the people also land into depression because they feel like they are not good enough or they don't look good, but there is a way, like if you are able to see this hair loss pattern in your hairs, like how frequent is happen, what kind of hair loss is happening, whether it's patchy hair loss or day by day few hairs are going out of your scalp. If you observe these minute things, then maybe you will not land up into big crisis of total hair loss. And then person need not to deal with low self-esteem and low self-confidence, because definitely it is not like the personality of a person is everything, but nowadays the world is like this. A person who looks good, he feels more confident. This is how our society has been nurtured. But if you go with my point of view, that is not the actual thing. Beauty doesn't describe anything. The actual thing that describes a person is the beauty of heart and beauty of soul. So let's stick to that. But just what we can do for the improvement of our personality in this materialistic world, let's use all the ancient methods, whatever are available with us, to make our health and hair better. Hair fall in Ayurveda has been described as a word as khalitya. Khalitya means hair fall. Like, it is not hair fall is something very modern technology which you are saying, okay, earlier there was no hair fall and nowadays hair fall suddenly started. It is not like that. Because in Ayurveda this hair fall has been described as khalitya. That means in that era also people suffer with hair loss and hair fall. Actually, these diseases doesn't take much importance because these diseases are not life threatening. If somebody has hair fall, that doesn't mean it threatens life. It's not like that. It is not so harmful. That's why people don't pay attention towards them. It's been seen that when Pitta dosha in our body got imbalanced or aggravated a lot, it combines with the Vata dosha and ultimately destroys the hairs, and which leads to hair fall. So, in Ayurveda, khalitya or hair fall is more associated with Pitta imbalance. it's been said that when Pitta got aggravated and it mixed with the Vata dosha, it totally dries up the root of hair, which because of that the root of the hair will become very dry and very weak. This leads to hair fall. But if you observe, this falling of hair is not like hair are falling from everywhere little, but if you see, if there is a patchy hair loss, which is also termed as alopecia in modern terminology, and it is patchy hair loss, then it is not called as hair, just hair fall as khalitya, it is called Indralupt in Ayurveda. That is a different kind of disease that has been mentioned in Ayurveda, but here we will discuss more about hair fall, that is khalitya. So, to make the health of the hair better, let us understand what is the origin of our hair. That is described in Ayurveda, how these hairs got originated in our body, like our scalp hairs, how they get originated. We all know Ayurveda works on the thing like there are 7 layers of tissues in our body, that is Ras, Rakt, Mas, Med, Asthi, Majja, Shukra, or you can say these Rasa, or Rasa is converted into blood, blood is converted into muscles, like this. Various kind of Dhatavagnis, 7 kind of Dhatavagnis works on these one layer of cells, and that these layers of cells get converted into another layer, and then to another layer, and then to another layer. So, in this process there is also a sub tissue that is been formed, that is called Upadhatu, and Mala, that is the destroyed part, like unused material that's been that's been produced during the process of transformation from one cellular level to next cellular level. That's been explained in Ayurveda. So, here are also described as Mala, that is the non-usable thing by the body. They are produced as a byproduct of Majja Dhatu. So, you can also understand it, it is not some kind of very vital part of the body, because that is why you will feel when we cut hair, we do not feel pain, because it is not considered as the sar means the essence of the dhatu, but it is considered as a mala means the unused part which we do not use in the body. So, this is the time that you need to take all those minerals and nutrients which will nourish your bones. What is very essential to make your bones strong, because if some person has weak bones, there is a tendency like he could suffer from hair fall or weak hair. So, it is very important that you make your bones strong, and ultimately your hair will become better. So, one of the way that you can make your bones strong, like you go and check with your doctor what is your calcium level in the blood and what is your vitamin D level. So, he can prescribe you certain supplements, you can take those supplements and make your bones better, and ultimately your hair will become good. So, but at same time I would like to tell you, please do not go for self medication, because whenever we are taking any kind of these multivitamins or anything, you should always consult doctor first. Now, let us understand what are the causes of hair fall, why this hair fall start happening, because if we want to stop hair fall, it is very important that we remove the causes that cause hair fall. To remove causes, first we need to know what are the causes for that. So, one thing is, many people have a Pitta body type, like I am also Pitta body type, and so when there is a prominence of Pitta dosha, there is more tendency in those kind of people that their hair will become grey very quick, and they suffer from hair loss very often. So, if you are Pitta body type people and your diet is also not according to Pitta body type, then there is means there is a lot of heat in your system, and if you are not eating according to your prakriti, that is body type, that means you are more prone to hair fall. Now, you must be thinking what you can do. You please change your lifestyle and your daily regime according to Pitta body type people. But if you are watching this video for the first time and you do not know what is Pitta body type, we have another video of dosha series, and figure out your body type, that is Prakriti, whether you are Vata body type, whether dual Prakriti or what kind of body type you are. And after figuring out your body type, if you turned out to be Pitta body type, please watch our another video in which the link is given below, and see what are the do's and don'ts for Pitta body type people, so that this early hair fall should not happen to you. These days the circumstances of the life are like this, like we are growing premature because sometimes we don't have enough emotional support, we don't have sometimes financial supports, we don't have so much good relationships in our life, and sometimes we face so many difficulties that they make us very grown up, very mature. That is also responsible for early graying of hair or premature graying of hair. So regarding this, if you want to avoid it, what you can do, you try to adopt yoga and pranayama in your life and meditation. These all three techniques will help you to make you strong to cope up with the difficult situations of your life, and you can avoid the premature aging by giving half an hour or 15 minutes in your daily to yourself in your day-to-day life to make the health of your hair better. Sometimes this also happen that we live in a place where a lot of sun is there, and if you are walking out, you don't take any umbrella, or you going just direct heat on your hair is going on. Sometimes it happens like at 12 o'clock a person need to go outside, and a lot of direct heat of sun will go on your head, and it cause headache and make your hair very dry. So if you are daily doing it, ultimately what will happen, excessive heat will make the roots of your hair very weak, and that will also be responsible for hair fall. So best thing is, if you are going out in a very hot sun, always carry umbrella with you. If not umbrella, you can carry your head with some kind of cloth or some kind of shawl or stole, or you can use cap to protect your hair from the direct heat of the sun, especially if you are from farmer profession and you are doing work in your farms in a very direct sun. That time you must cover your head with some kind of hat or some kind of shawl, so that your hair roots will not become weak with the excess heat of sun. Next thing which is responsible for excessive hair fall is pollution. If you are living in some kind of place where you feel like a lot of pollution in the air, the best way, you always cover your hair with some kind of stole or some kind of cloth, so that your hair will not get exposed to the various kind of pollutants. If you are too much interested in some kind of water sports in which you feel like from a big height water is falling on your head with a lot of pressure, most of the times yogis and meditators, they go to these places, especially in natural falls, whenever they are natural falls, and they just stand under this this water of any waterfall, where water fall on your head with high pressure. That will also weaken the roots of your hair. So if you are doing it, you always put something on your head, so that direct pressure of water should not fall on your hair. If you have a habit of taking excessive coffee, like too much coffee, if you are taking like 5-6 cups a day, and that's too, you are taking coffee without milk, and if you have Pitta body type, that means you are raising your heat too much, that will lead to unnecessary hair fall. So you please reduce the cups of coffee to 1 or 2 cups per day. That will help you to reduce in reducing the hair fall. If you are stopping the natural urges for defecation and going to urine or sneezing or vomiting, you are somehow holding it or stopping it. In Ayurveda, that's been also prescribed as the reason for hair fall, because it will imbalance the Vata, and Vata ultimately mixed with Pitta dosh, and that is Sabdosha, that is Bhrajak Pitta, and ultimately make the root of your hair very weak. And if a person has habit of too much talking, if you have so much talkative habit, that is also not good for your hair, because that is also responsible for aggravation of Vata. Too much talking aggravates Vata. In too much excessive talking, you know, some people are there, they excessively talk. So that also prescribed as the reason for aggravation of vata. Ultimately, it also can cause hair fall. That's been prescribed in Ayurveda, because you can also understand it as like when we have arguments, we talk unnecessary in excess. And when we talk unnecessary and excessive, that will imbalance our vata. Why? Because a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger. So ultimately they want to say like a lot of stress will happen to you, and that is not good for your health or for hair. Next thing is dandruff. If you have dandruff in your hair, that is also called darunak in Ayurveda, which happen because of imbalance of kapha, and it creates fissures in very minute, very small fissures in your head, which ultimately leads to itching. And when people do itching, that will weaken the root of hair, and that will lead to hair fall. So if you also have some kind of dandruff, focus on treating dandruff and hair fall will stop by itself. So, from this discussion we can say the hair fall is not manifested only as a primary disease, but it can also be manifested as a secondary factor of some underlying disease. So, sometimes this also happen like it is only a hair fall problem, just like superficial, but sometimes the reason for hair fall is very deep. It act as a secondary disease, means the disease, primary disease is something else. For example, in thyroid people, people with who have disturbed thyroid, we also feel a lot of hair loss. If there will be like if a person having thyroid imbalance, that can also lead to hair fall. So we always request our people to go to check out the underlying disease. If person should not take hair fall as very casually, you always go and consult doctor, because it will be very helpful for you rather than just doing self medications. It's always better to take doctor's advice, because if doctors say everything is good, then anyway you are trying your own ways and methods to make your hair well and beautiful, but there is no harm in taking any advice. Because whenever a person with hair fall complaint even come to me, I always inquire for the family history, for the medical history, what is the present history of the patient, because maybe there is some underlying disease associated with the hair fall. So there are many factors that are associated with the simple symptom of hair fall, which as a doctor we should not ignore that, and as a patient also you should be aware of it, like if there is some kind of hair fall kind of problem, what are the possibilities. That is the purpose of my making these videos, so that people will become more educated, more aware of the things, like if these things are happening, what can be the underlying cause, so that you will become more aware and you can take charge of your health in a more better way. So now what are the do's that you can do to prevent hair fall? That is, if you are pitta body type people and if you have a lot of heat in your system, try to have that diet which reduces the heat in the system, or you can take that diet which balances pitta. So one simple tip you can do, you stop using overuse of spices, because if you are pitta body type and if you are using a lot of spices, that can be reason for your hair fall. If you have premature graying of hair, or if you have premature hair fall, like you feel like it is not your age that you should suffer hair fall, then always there is in Ayurveda, there is a Rasayan therapy. Rasayan therapy is a kind of rejuvenation, but this Rasayan therapy is different for different people. It depends on the body type of a person, prakriti of the person, and what is his habits, what is his diet, what is his lifestyle, what the diseases he is going through, what kind of medical and emotional problems he is going through. So this Rasayan therapy is different for different people, and you should always take a specific Rasayan after consulting a proper Ayurveda doctor. Never ever go for self medication when it comes to Rasayan, because every person's digestive fire is different, every person's prakriti is different. So Rasayans will be decided on that basis, what kind of person sitting next to us. He and she should always protect himself from going to so much dirt or so much very hot sun, and these kind of difficult situations where more pollution based places, they should avoid to go these places, or even if they are going, they should cover them properly. Some people have a habit of using excess salt. For example, in some vegetable little bit salt is there, they always go to the dining table, they take more salt and put in their vegetable, and then they feel like it's more healthy, they want to use more and more salt. So if you are using more and more salt, that can also lead to hair fall. So avoid excess salt. Little bit salt is good for health, but if you are using it in excess, that will also aggravate the pitta dosha, and ultimately it will lead to hair fall. In addition to that, all these harsh treatments like heating hair, these days cosmetic point of view, a lot of procedures are there in which people apply a lot of chemical on their hair just to make hair look beautiful, and then they use a lot of heat on the hair. Just to straightening or doing something. So these things, these procedures also, if possible, you can avoid it. Chemicals definitely you should avoid if you want to protect your hair from hair fall. Let the hair dry in sun, in natural sun, because that is the natural heater. So use natural sun to dry your hair or air dry, rather than using any kind of heating instrument just to dry or straighten your hair. In addition to that, like Ayurveda is big supporter of oilation therapy or oil massage. So it's always recommended in Ayurveda once or twice a week you please massage with a very gentle these tips of your fingers, very gently just put oil on your hair, very gently massages throughout it, and leave it overnight, and in the morning, and cover it with some kind of towel or cloth, and in the morning you can wash it. Two oils you can use to make this massage, that is coconut oil or mustard oil. It's better you use both these oil of organic origin so that it doesn't produce any side effect. So because it is very important, whatever product you are using, that should come from the right source. It should have organic origin, so make sure it's without adulteration, otherwise it will not be so effective. And we don't know what kind of adulterants people are using these days. So it's always important, like you always use these oils for organic origin. After that, whenever you are washing hair, never wash your hair with very warm water, because when we use a lot of warm water on your hair or hot water, it will aggravate the vata dosha, it weakens the root of your hair. So whenever you are washing your head, always use water which is lukewarm, like little warmer, but it should not be very hot, because that's not good for the roots health of the hair. So other body parts you can wash with warm water or hot water, but your head and your eyes, you should never wash them with hot water. So that's not good for the health of your hair. In addition to that, whatever shampoos or anything, whatever cleanser you are using for hair, try to use those cleansers and shampoos which have very less chemicals, which contains more and more natural ingredients, because that will make the root of your hair very strong. Maybe your hair doesn't look very good, but eventually if you keep using it, they will start looking good also, but it has long term effect. But these chemicals, they immediately make your hair look good, but after some time you will see like they make your hair fall, and then you don't understand what's happening. This shampoo is working so well on my hair and suddenly it started destroying my hair. So it's always preferable, like if you're not going to some party or something, if you are going to normal your day-to-day life work, try to use shampoos which have minimum chemicals and more natural products. In addition to that, you can also wash your hair with a decoction of Triphala. It is very easy to make decoction of this Triphala or Amla powder, Amlica officialis powder. It's very easily available in markets also, but try to have it in a pure form, and take 2 cups of water, then put 1 spoon of this amla powder into it. Amla, this is called Amlica officialis. Powder of this into it, and this boil it for 20 minutes, let it cool, and after that wash your hair. Just rub this decoction on your hair, let it as it is for 10 minutes. After that you wash your hair with normal lukewarm water, and you will see eventually, if you are doing it, your hair will become more better, their roots will become more stronger, and you will come out of the problem of hair fall. In addition to that, there are very medical fumigations that's been described in Ayurveda, that is called Dhumapan. You can using various kind of guguls which we using for hamana, the smokes that are also very beneficial for the health of your hair, because that if you like not don't put your hair into the burning thing, but those smokes, just the fumigation of hair, because that will also make your hair free from all kind of microorganisms. So in Ayurveda, this dhumpan or fumigation, that is medicated fumigation, is also considered as very beneficial for hair. In addition to that, various kind of paste, that is this Emilica officinalis powder paste also you can apply on your hair, leave it for half hour, and after that wash it with lukewarm water. And you will see in eventually, if you are doing it once or twice a week, you will see eventually that this problem of hair fall will reduce naturally, and your hair will start looking better, more healthy, and your personality will change, and everybody will start asking what you are doing with your hair. So these are the things and tips that is mentioned in Ayurveda that you can use for the benefit of the health of your hair. And if you have not subscribed my channel yet, so take a minute, there is a subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, click bell icon so that you will stay in touch with us. So that's all for today. If you have any question regarding to your hair or any kind of scalp health, you can always write to us. I will try my best possible way to answer your questions. So with this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care of your hair, and stay in touch. Bye.